guys, Jack here and welcome to my 1000 subscriber video. Guys, this is a video that's been requested a lot, and I actually asked people, what do you want to see for 1000 subscribers? I've been having this kind of in the works for a while, but this today is my setup video. Huge thank you first of all for 1000 subscribers. So today we're going to be looking around my room in my flat, you know, talking about what's what, what's where, that kind of stuff, and just giving you a good general overview of things. So that is my corner of my room. But let me just start off by giving you an idea of the size of this room. If I back right into the corner, that is a double bed. This is a flat that I rent, and that gives you an idea of the room. Apologies for like the rubbish and the state of this room. It's not my fault, honestly. I actually, and I'm going to be honest here, I could have tidied this, and in fact I did tidy my room a few days ago to do this video. And then something came up and my room's just got a mess since then, and I'm not going to redo all my tidying up for a video. I'm sorry guys, as much as I love you, it's not happening. But anyway, this is my setup video. So yeah, let's move into the setup stuff, because you guys don't really care about what's on my fireplace, but actually I'm going to tell you what's on it anyway. So we have some Febreze fabric freshener, some deodorant, some tile spray stuff, some dry hair shampoo, an electric razor, an Apple Magic Mouse, hairbrush and wet wipes. Very washing. Why is this stuff on my... Why is there a fireplace in my room? That's actually never occurred to me. Some tickets for the arcade, because I live in a seaside town in England, so everywhere has like a retro arcade machine, and I'm saving up tickets. I'm going to get myself a PlayStation 4 when they come out, I swear. Even if I end up paying more than what the console's actually worth. But anyway... this is my room. Just a quick look in this corner. This is all kind of boxes from stuff I have and own, and when I move stuff in and like to and from uni, I use these boxes, and there's nowhere really for them to go. But just a quick look in here. Here we have my MacBook. Do all my design work on this. Pretty standard piece of kit, really good. If you're getting into graphic design or you're interested, you need a Mac, really. I mean, I do have a Windows desktop, so it probably sounds a bit hypocritical and a bit odd me telling you that, but it really is kind of worth the investment. We've also got a book on Facebook. I do a digital design degree, so rather surprisingly, I suppose, it entails a bit into social media and studying it, so that's why there's that. Madden 13. If anyone wants to add me on Xbox, I'll be showing off my Xbox and how you can add me to play with me later. But I have Madden, Battlefield 2 is in there for some reason. Forza 2, retro games. I mean, a lot of these are just old games that kind of I never play, so I don't have them out. FM 2011. I'm just wondering, is the actual... Yeah, there is actually a disc in there. When I'm big and YouTube famous, I'm actually going to give away a copy. I'm going to sign this and give it away. Someone hold me to that. When we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will give away a copy of Football Manager 2011 and post it to someone. I'm so generous. But anyway, guys, you don't care about this stuff. Let's just go into the setup. So, this is my custom built PC. I'm going to leave all the specs in the description, but I'm going to come on to that in a second. So this is my setup. So first things first, follow me on Twitter. It's there. You've got no excuse. Go do it. I'm on 247 at the moment. Let's see if we can get that up. I actually always leave the Twitter in the description of my videos, and no one seems to follow me from it. So cheeky plug there. I know I don't really promote it that much. So moving into the actual setup, this here is a Blue Snowball microphone. Pop stand mic thing came separate. But a lot of people ask me, you know, what do I use to record my videos? Quick answer to people wondering that. I actually use the NVIDIA Live Game Capture here, which I'll move on to that when I talk about the PC. But if you're getting into it, Camtasia is great, Fraps is great, and if you're on a Mac, ScreenFlow does the job as well. As for editing, you can use, I think Camtasia has its own editing software. For like my intro and stuff, I use After Effects, Photoshop, and Cinema 4D. They're kind of advanced stuff, but if you're just looking to get into basic editing, Sony Vegas is a fantastic start, so try out that software if that's something that interests you. As for other PC stuff, we've got my speakers here, which were just £10 speakers, but they've actually really done a good job. And they also come with a headphone jack, which is kind of useful because I have a headset there for when I use my Xbox, which I kind of flick between using it for my computer and my Xbox, so that's a useful jack. I've got a Razer Arcosa keyboard with keys that you can't even see. I mean, look, they're really hard to see. I mean, you can't read them. That's how I learnt to touch type. I actually got this keyboard for free, but that's another story altogether, and someone's messaged me on Steam. We'll find out who that is. That's another thing. I'll talk about Steam and stuff. Razer Mamba mouse here. My LG TV. I've got my Asus TV. Asus screen even monitor display. Moving on to my Xbox stuff, we have my Xbox, which is the old Xbox. There's red ring of death like 4 times on me in the last week, so it's probably on its way out. HD PVR, which isn't set up properly. I've not recorded any Xbox stuff in a while. I actually used to do Call of Duty commentaries, but I kind of just went out of that phase, and that's a game that I've played for years, and I still do play, but I really don't have any intentions of doing commentaries on that game because the community on it's just a bit dead. Unlike the FM community, may I add. So I've got Xbox. This is my Scuff gaming controller. If you don't know what a Scuff is, basically it's a controller for pro gamers and stuff. And I only really play League, play on COD now. In fact, if you want to add me, there's my Gamertag, guys. You can add me on that account. I actually have a few accounts, but that's the one that's kind of for subscribers and people. So if you want to add me, you can go add me on that. This Scuff controller though, nice controller, got trigger stops on the back. Not a cheap bit of kit, but highly recommend them. You know, you've probably seen people talk about them anyway, but if you play COD or any FPS really, Scuff controllers are really nice controllers. You've then got my headset, which is just Turtle Beach Kilos. Turtle Beach, I don't get paid for product placement. I just like to point that out because there's probably some person thinking I'm a money whore. But basically, Turtle Beaches, I've always been a Turtle Beach guy since the Turtle Beach X1s, which I got on like World at War. Highly recommend them as a headset company. They do a really good job with their products. So that's that. Just let's see who messaged me on Steam. Let's give them a shout out. They're probably not expecting this. Ollie Freed. Great stream you did a few weeks ago. Thank you to you, sir. There is your shout out for helping me out. Okay, so let's close that. Oh, by the way, if you want to add me on Steam, can I get my Steam ID stuff to come up? Can we do that quickly? See, this is so professional of a video. It's actually weird because I've been used to what do you call it? I'm used to a Mac. I only recently got this PC. If you follow me on Twitter, you'd already know that. But my Steam ID, I can't actually show it here, it seems. My Steam ID, I go by Work the Space, but my actual kind of user on Steam is Retox540. That is RETOX 540 if you want to add me on there. Don't take it personally if I don't reply to you. Although it says I don't have that many friends, the people who are on my friends list, a lot of them are subscribers and I get a lot of messages. I will probably reply to you though if you do message me. I don't know. Just when you add me, let me know who you are as well. I think there's a way you can do that. If not, I'll probably add you, and if you're asking for Team Fortress 2 hats, you can go away because I get a lot of random ads because I have unusual hats on TF2. But anyway, let's move on to the last bit of my setup, which I guess is the bit that a lot of people are kind of interested in, which is my absolute tank of a PC. Can I just start off by saying you don't need a PC like this to play FM. I do a lot of design work and 3D work and stuff outside of YouTube for my kind of career path. As I've already mentioned, I'm a digital design student. So, you know, I'm using a lot of intensive software that a lot of people really wouldn't use. So don't worry necessarily about getting this kind of PC. But if you've got the money, I highly suggest doing this kind of stuff. Whether or not you build it yourself like I did with a friend. If you know what you're doing, that's great. But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, don't, you know, go ruining parts as you order them. But anyway, let's talk about my actual setup because I know people are interested. So this is a Corsair 600T tower. It's a really nice tower. It's big, lots of space, as you'll see as we move on to all the different parts. And Corsair are a really good make as well, or brand or manufacturer of PC components, along with Asus. I highly recommend them. A lot of my build as we go through this, you'll see, is their kind of stuff. I can't remember what my fan is now that's on my processor. Am I running? Okay, let's go through the number stuff. Let's see if I can remember this. So, in my PC, embedded in there, which you really can't see because it's all hidden, we have a i7 quad-core, I think it's 3770K Intel 3.5 gigahertz processor. I could overclock it, but I haven't as of yet. But that has the kind of potential to be overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. We've got 32 gig of Corsair Vengeance RAM. It's actually two sets of their 16 gig, 8 gigabyte sticks. Just 32 gigs of RAM, lots of processing power as I've mentioned, and lots of memory for when I'm using a lot of applications at the same time and doing plenty of rendering. Here we have two 2 terabyte hard drives. They are not RAIDed. Basically, if you don't know what RAIDed is, if you have more than one hard drive, you can make it so your computer thinks they're one big kind of hard drive rather than 2 separate ones. But these are just two 2 terabyte hard drives. Then, as we move on to the graphics card, I am running with a GTX 670, GeForce GTX 670, which is the third best graphics card on the market behind the 680 and the Titan. It's a really good graphics card. Came with a free copy of Assassin's Creed. You get this kind of graphics card now, it's going to last you 5 or 6 years before you need to replace it. So that was the thinking behind this. And then here in this corner we've got an AVerMedia capture card, which basically is attached to the Sabertooth motherboard of mine, which is the Sabertooth Z77, I want to say. I don't think that's right though. So it's a Sabertooth hard drive, Sabertooth motherboard anyway. But basically this plugs straight into my graphics card, and it gives me recording in HD. It's how I do all my videos. I think it's £100 for that card alone, and then you're talking for this entire rig about £2,000. I know someone's going to be asking, how can you afford that? I actually got some inheritance, so I was pretty lucky. And rather than stick it in a bank or whatever, I wanted to invest in a PC. And I mean, this PC will last me probably about 5 years before I need to replace anything on it. And one of the main kind of advantages of building your own PC is you can just kind of improve it over time. So that was the thinking behind this. So this is kind of where all the magic happens. Let's put the case back on, guys. Actually, no, I can't do it with one hand. I'll come back to it later. But anyway, guys, that's my setup. That is my PC. I might do an update video at some point. I'll actually leave all my specs, because I probably got something wrong, because I suck at life. I'll leave all my specs in the description. If you've got any questions about adding me on Steam or Xbox, feel free to hit me up in the comments, and I will reply to you. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've had a kind of fun enjoying looking at my specs and stuff. I know people like to be nosy on the internet and see what other people are doing. And other than that, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.